Welcome back, guys, to LPB Racing. This is our reverse grid championship on GT Sport. This is round 2, race 1 at the Red Bull Ring in GR3 cars. We're at first light just before sunrise and we're getting ready for a start. Callum's on pole. Let's see if he gets away this time or whether his connection's going to fail him again. Let's see as we wait for the lights to go out. Now, away we go. Oh, Callum's not moved. Callum's disconnected again. Oh no, Gran Turismo servers, please help us sort this out. As we go in towards the first corner, Neil Farmack in the lead. Bit of contact in the middle, back of the pack, Mr. Sloan into the wall. As we've got a few cars side by side, we're battling for second and third. Oh, Lillian, a little bit of a squeeze to task, 3 wide for third place. As we go up towards the hairpin at the top, this is going to end in tears. Neil's in the lead, then TY, Task 1, Lil. Task 1 goes wide, lets Lil fold in. Jamo and Cyrex get close. Bidzster side by side with Rodas as well. As we come down towards the third corner now. So it's still Neil in the lead from TY, Task 1, Lil Yam, Jamo, Cyrex, and there's Bidzster defending from Rodas. And look, the inside of Cyrex just about gets the car stopped. And then carries on side by side. He lets Cyrex go because he made contact with him. Sensible stuff as we go down into the turn 4. Oh, Rodas having a little look at the inside of Bidzster. Bidzster covering it off nicely as we look for the for Jamo with Lilian there in the Jag F type. Lilian in the BMW. Lilian with some nice pace in this one. Task 1 sticking with the leaders as well in third place. As we go into Rint corner, let's have a little further back. We've got Nick Hash and Footman together. Oh, Nick Hash almost runs into Footman there. As we go into the last corner, Red Bull Mobile corner, onto the straight, down towards turn 1 again. Let's have a little look further. Oh, something's happened mid-pack. Don't know what it were. Let's have a little look, see if we can find it. Oh no, Callum's car was still on the line and Lil Yams hit it. And I don't know if anyone else did as well, so we'll get replays on that. Okay, here's a replay of these between Lil Yam and what happened to him and Callum. So look behind us, so look in front. There's Callum's car, so we avoid it, and Lil Yam doesn't see it, bang, hits, and then everyone else looking to avoid. Here's a replay of the start on board with Mr. Slow One. So Keith gets a jump start there, you see in front, so he stopped. There's Callum stopped on the left. We've got Rodas on the left of us. Now watch Rodas as he comes up behind seat 1. Everyone else is on the brakes. He's not even on the brakes yet, and bang, sends Mr. Slow On straight into the wall and then takes a few places as well. On that. As we come back from that, Bidzster is side by side with Jamo for 4th place. He's up the inside into the hairpin. He's going to outbrake Jamo. Oh, the Jaguar keeps around the outside. Brave stuff, gets under power. Oh, and good traction from that Jaguar and good power as well. We've got a spinner in the background. Seat 1 into the wall. I didn't know whether it was tapped or not. We'll get a replay. Here's a quick replay of what happened to seat 1. So we're on board with Mr. Slow One into the corner. See, seat goes up on the yellow curb and gets the power down as he gets on the curb on the outside and then spins the car into the wall. As you look back to the Jamo Bidzster battle now, Jamo defends the inside, Bidzster tries to look around the outside, no way around there as they fold back in. Meanwhile in the background, Footman runs wide, Rodas goes through in the Porsche, so the Porsche passes the Beetle. Nick Hash behind as well, looking for any opportunity to make amends as Footman goes wide, Nick Hash at the inside, slithers through the inside. Good job there by Nick Hash, good opportunistic driving. Footman just going backwards slightly in that Beetle, just lost a bit of momentum. As Cyrex now right behind Bidzster for 5th place. So Cyrex and Bidzster there, Cyrex in the BMW, the new M3 that's come to, well not exactly new, but it's come to Gran Turismo Sport. There's a few people going a bit wide there, but it's okay, as long as you stay on the green AstroTurf, it's fine. If you go onto the red stuff, then that's when you get in trouble. Same with the first corner. You'll see as they go into the first corner there, they'll go out to the outside and there you are. Just where that yellow bar is on the curb. That's about the maximum you can run to if you actually put a wheel onto that red stuff. That will be a track limits. As for the lead, Neil and TY, Mercedes versus Nissan. Let's see who's got the advantages where and what. Neil and TY there out of that corner. Jamo still 4th ahead of Bidzster and Cyrex. Let's have a look at the next little pack. Rodas, Nick Hash, Footman. they're all close together as well. And we've got Mr. Slow One and Keith and Liliam at the background, so we've got battles all the way up and down this field. Fantastic stuff. Jamo defends from Bidzster. As we go into the turn 3, Task 1's dropped Neil and TY, so Task 1 could be coming into the hands of these guys now. Jamo looking for a way around. Let's have a little look further back here. We've got Nick Hash attacking Rodas, and a bit further back we've got Liliam past Mr. Slow One. But Mr. Slow One going up the inside, Liliam goes wide, but no way through there. As we go back to the Rodas Nick Hash battle, Nick Hash through on Rodas, next to Nick Hash into 7th place, Rodas down to 8th. Meanwhile, Bidzster up the inside of Cyrex. Oh, Cyrex trying to go around the outside of Bidzster, whichever way you want to call it. As we go, Cyrex around the outside into the last turn. Good move there by Cyrex. Bidzster flashing his light saying, hey, don't do that again. As we go up towards the first corner now, Neil and TY still close together. Let's see if that Mercedes straight line speed can be anything of help, but I think that Nissan's got good straight line speed anyway. Fantastic stuff from TY. Neil Farmack, number 12. TY, number 0. Or 00. So we have a little look at Task 1 getting attacked by Jamo. We have a little look at the inside. Task 1 leaves a gap in case he does, but no, Task 1 covers it off. Well done there. Cyrex in 5th place. Bidzster behind in 6th, so Bidzster struggling a bit with the pace of the car compared to usual pace. Jamo up there with the pace in that Jaguar F-Type, so it's really paying off well for him. As we go into the turn 3, Cyrex a bit wide. Bidzster has a little look up the inside, but no way through there, folds back in behind. Meanwhile, here's a replay of some action that happened further back off camera. So up into the first corner on Bobby Liliam. He's having a look up the inside, he goes up the inside, and then taps Keith as he does so, and then there's Keith rejoins, so Lil lets him go, but the thing is, look, Keith gets passed by Seek as well, so not good there by Liliam, back in behind. Meanwhile, there's Rodas and Footman still battling at it, the Porsche and the Beetle. That Porsche with a very, very cheesy smile. They must have used the Auto Glim sponsorship on the teeth, because it looks very, very shiny indeed. As you come down towards turn 4, there it is, the shiny teeth car, followed by the Beetle. As you come down towards turn 5, as we'll go back to the Task 1 and all this coverful for 3rd place. Task 1 goes wide, Jamo goes up the inside, Cyrex tries to go around the outside of Jamo, that's never going to work. Into the last corner, Bidzster has a little look at Cyrex, as Bidzster and Jamo drafting each other now, everyone drafting each other in fact, as we come down towards turn 1. Bidzster moved back to the left to join that other train. Jamo's on the inside, he's got the defensive line from Bidzster. Task 1 and Cyrex very wide there. Task 1 keeps his foot in it, that could be a track limits, because he went very wide and he kept his foot in it, so that could be a track limits warning for him. Jamo and Bidzster there, and Cyrex has gone back, because he knew he ran wide, so Cyrex letting off the power and letting them go. Task 1 taking advantage of that. Jamo contact with Task 1. Don't know quite what happened there, but Bidzster says thank you very much, I'll take you both for 3rd place. Bidzster goes through the 3rd, we'll get a replay on that. Here's a replay now on board with Bidzster, what happened between Jamo and Task. So you see Jamo on the right there, Task coming up to the next corner, onto the brakes, and Jamo outbrakes himself, and then bang, hits Task, goes up on the curb. They both get bad traction, and Bidzster says thank you very much, I will take both of your places. As we join this slot back here, Liliam up the inside of Keith, little tap, but no way through. As we look down towards turn 3 now with these lot. Let's look at Liliam, see if he goes for a move on Keith here. And yeah, he's diving, banzai, straight down the inside and straight wide. Keith goes, thank you very much, I'll take that place back up the inside, and there we go. Lil, you've got to be careful with them dive bombs, because if people don't see you, then you're going to be in trouble, or you're going to ruin someone else's race. So Liliam, just try and think about what you're doing a little bit. Rodas ahead of Seat 1 now, Seat 1 back in the fray, after going all the way back down the field. Rodas and Seat 1 close. Meanwhile, let's go back to this little battle up here. Jamo is ahead of Task 1 now, so Task 1's being shuffled back. So Bidzster ahead, and then still the battle for the lead rages on. TY versus Neil, fantastic stuff. As we go out of that turn, that Nissan's got some good top end speed. I thought it would have been, everyone would normally think that a Mercedes would have the top speed on a Nissan, and the Nissan would be better around the corners than the Merc, but this is the opposite. That GTR's got some serious straight line squirt, but look how close that Mercedes goes in the corners. Fantastic stuff by Neil and TY. We'll come back to that battle in a bit as we look at Cyrex behind Bidzster now. Oh, practically pushing Bidzster through that hairpin. So much speed from that BMW off the brakes. As we go into the hairpin now, Liliam's ahead of Keith. Rodas there, and Liliam's having a look at seat 1 as well. Oh, he's going for gaps that just aren't there. And seat 1 has to cover that off, but Liliam almost takes out seat 1 there. So we've got to be careful with them moves. There's Mr. Sloan there just at the back, and Keith just biding the time. Footman's gone backwards as well. Footman's back in 13th now, so he's dropped right off this pack. As Liliam's gone off. Liliam's gone off straight on. He probably tried to overtake someone again and went straight into the gravel. So Liliam goes off there in 12th place. As we look at Rodas and seat 1 now. So seat 1 in the BMW M6 behind the Porsche of Rodas. As they go through turn 5. Seat 1 with the faster line through there. Rodas is going to have to think about defending here as we come up towards the Rint curve, the second to last corner. He's defending slightly already just to make sure that he's got that side covered off as they come down towards Rint. Goes extremely defensive there, doesn't need to defend that much because Seek will just go straight back up the inside. Rodas has gone straight off the road and tries to rejoin, but then has to let Seek go through. Seek goes up the inside, takes position. It wouldn't have been fair if Rodas stayed in front with running that wide anyway. So Keith goes, Keith in 10th behind, looking for another way around. Liliam, by the way, behind Mr. Slow One, looking up the inside into turn 1. Mr. Slow One might let him go here and just settle for the points. Liliam up the inside. Mr. Slow One's not giving up though. He's keeping his foot in it. Good lad. He's keeping his foot in it. Mr. Slow One back in the battle. Do not mess with Mr. Slow One. As we go up to the hairpin. Mr. Slow One doesn't bother to defend. Lets Liliam go up the inside. He's relying on him running out of room. As we go into the hairpin, Mr. Slow One, go around the outside. Oh, a little bit wide though. That's going to ruin his traction. Liliam will probably get back in front. As we come down towards the next corner, it's going to be close, but we'll just quickly nip to this battle up here. Bidzster's got Cyrex and Jamo behind him. Looks like his tyres are going off. So Jamo behind this pack, just keeping the pressure on. Meanwhile, let's get back to have a look at that corner. Rodas and Keith there. Keith up the inside of Rodas through to 9th place. Good move there by Keith. Meanwhile, there's Liliam and Mr. Slow One up the inside, having a little look. Whoa, almost in the BMW. The big bright number 27 of Mr. Slow One. Footman's up the inside now. Footman's up the inside. Mr. Slow One gives him room and it goes off the road. Oh, it was too generous there. Gave him way too much room and just off the road. Unlucky there for Mr. Slow One. As we go back to the battle for 3rd place. Cyrex now. 4th place behind Bidzster. Bidzster defends into the first corner. So it's going to be a tough one passing Bidzster. He's one of the best defenders we've got. If anyone can keep hold of a place, Bidzster can. As we come up towards the hairpin, but Cyrex and Jamo will give it a good crack, I tell you that, they will not give up. As they go into the hairpin now, Jamo has a little look, Cyrex around the outside. Cyrex looking to get better traction, Jamo over the curb, that's going to ruin his traction. So he's got to watch out for Task 1 coming under attack now. Cyrex still in the draft. Meanwhile, the battle for the lead still raging on. Neil Farmack almost into the back of TY. Oh, fantastic stuff as they go around that 3rd corner. That Mercedes round the corner is so unexpected, it's so good, but that Nissan, the acceleration out of the corner is good because they've uprated the BOP, the balance of performance on GT Sport, and that Nissan GTR now has got some serious power. But again, that Mercedes SLS has been on a diet and it's running about probably another 80 kilo less, so that is good. The Mercedes got the weight took off it and the Nissan's given them more power, and look how even they are. Fantastic stuff as they come around the second to last corner into the last corner, and just a little bit wider there, and TY will probably keep out on the straight. Meanwhile, Bidzster still in 3rd place from Cyrex. Oh, big twitch there from Bidzster though, sideways, and just a little twitch and that's it. He's gone down to 4th. He's probably going to lose 4th to Jamo as well because Jamo's up the inside now on the F-type. Battle on the brakes. Bidzster's trying to keep round the outside. Is it going to work? Oh, just keeps him within the track limits and just about keeps ahead of Jamo for now, but that Porsche isn't as fast in the straight line as that supercharged V8 that's in that Jaguar. Look at the power right round up the inside now into turn 2. Jamo up the inside, Bidzster gives him space as they go around that corner. Beautiful driving by both those two to give each other just enough racing room. Bidzster and Jamo, two of the veterans of LPB racing. We've been racing for a while. As Jamo's a little look at the inside, just a little dark, just to make Bidzster look in his mirrors, but to no avail. As we're a little bit further back, Lillian ahead of Keith now. As Mr. Sloan gets a bit, not Mr. Sloan, Rodas gets a bit of a tank slapper, so Rodas has gone back down to 11th place now, Footman 12th. So Footman back there in 12th position, and hoping to make it 11, but just can't get up the inside enough. Rodas good on the brakes there, as Mr. Sloan recovering from that little incident we saw earlier. So let's have a look here. It's Lillian, Keith sticking with him for now. Nick Hash is off the road in the Toyota. Nick Hash is off the road, so seat 1's going to probably get another place here. So yep, seat 1 goes up another place. So there's Nick Hash recovering, so just a one excursion into the gravel, lost a place. We're looking to lose only one place actually, there weren't many other people around him. Meanwhile, Neil and TY almost side by side into the first corner, fantastic stuff, as I keep saying, but it is. As that GTR powers away down the straight, and the Mercedes will catch it in the corners, but you didn't think I'd say those words that way around. As they come into the corner, TY, a little bit hot in, and Neil's like, come on, get a move on. My car's so much faster in the corner than yours, but TY's doing exactly what he needs to do. Park it on the apex, don't let that Mercedes get an advantage through the corners, and then use that GTR's extra power boost out of the corner to help him. As we look back at Cyrex under attack from Bidzster now, Bidzster coming back after that mistake out of the last corner. As Cyrex goes in too hard, Bidzster says, thank you very much, I'll take that. And says, and so does Jamo, and so does Task. So Cyrex back down to 6th place now. One mistake and you lose a couple of positions. Just shows you that anything can happen. There's Lillian there in 9th place, followed by Keith. So Keith still keeping with Lillian. Good pace from Keith in this one. Number 56. So again, good pace from Keith. Rejoin the leaders now. Neil Farmack still behind TY, same gap. Except this, you'll see here how the Mercedes closes up in the corners into the last corner. Neil will get a fantastic run to. Oh no, he doesn't. Gets sideways. Oh, that's just going to lose him a bit of time there. And look at the lead. Look at how much TY's pulled out there. Probably about half a second at least. So Neil's got it all to do again now. As we go into the first corner and throwing the car in, perfect stuff. So slightly on the red though, got to be careful in track limits, but it's just about as much as you can get away with. Jamo there in 3rd, Bidzster 4th now. So Jamo's 3rd, Bidzster 4th. As we go up towards the hairpin, Bidzster on the outside, and Porsche really good on the brakes. As Jamo there, Bidzster's going to try and go around the outside of him on traction. Fantastic stuff. Task 1 waiting in the wings, but look at the power of that Jaguar, just pulling away from the Porsche. The Porsche is giving it a good crack, but this is where the Porsche is good though on the brakes. To the corner, and Jamo keeps ahead for now. Bidzster will try and go for a cutback, but Jamo will know he's got the power to get out of the corner. Bidzster has to settle for 4th place. Task 1, 5th still. Meanwhile, the battle for the lead still there. Neil right behind TY again. Just shows you in the cornering sections, he's really behind. TY is doing the best he can to defend. It's much easier to defend in a car with straight line speed than it is with cornering. As Neil looks left, looks right. TY has to really defend now. This is not going to help him. And remember, tyres are on ×2 in this, so most of these people running super softs and soft tyres, those tyres will be going off. So Neil over the curbs, trying to get as much speed as he can down the straight. Let's quickly look back to the Bidzster Jamo battle. No change there. Back to the lead. TY and Neil into the first corner. Neil has a little look. Patska pushing that GTR around the corner, saying, come on, get on with it. And then TY says, okay, I'll put my foot down and I'll pull away from you. But still nose to tail as we come up towards turn 2. TY defends hard. Says, you're going around me, you're going the long way. And Neil says, okay, I'll give it a try. As you go around the long way, but TY just goes towards the edge of the apex and just puts Neil where he needs to put him on the curb, less traction, and out the corner. Fair's fair. There's Neil. Just take a quick break from the lead of this race, just to look back at a replay of what happened on the previous lap. Into the last 2 corners, Lillian behind Nick Hash. Nick Hash runs wide. Lillian goes up the inside to go past Nick, comes across, leaves a bit of space. Lil tries to go up the inside anyway, and contact's made. And round goes Lillian. There's Neil looking left, looking right again. TY having to defend. Neil goes to the outside, TY to the inside to defend the inside. Neil's going to get a good run though if he can get a cut back, but oh no, he decides to tap TY instead. TY again, parking his car right on the apex. Want a first class demonstration of how to defend. TY is showing you how to do that right now. A little bit of a lag from TY there, but shouldn't be able to worry about. As then it's Jamo, Bidzster, TAS1, Cyrex, quick as that, into turn 4. Bidzster following Jamo, still all in a line. As TAS1 gets a little bit sliding into there. As there's Seek1, Nick Hash, Keith, Footman, and Liliam. We've gone further back in 11th place again, so Liliam's gone backwards again. So he's probably had another off somewhere. As we go back to the leaders, Neil Farmack and TY. This is the battle to watch. TY versus Neil Farmack. Neil's been trying to get past TY all race. He'll be living inside, and now he's only got one more lap to bear it because he's got one more lap to do. TY, you've only got to defend one more lap and you've got this win. But it's not going to be easy with that SLS all over the back. Neil over the curb there, slight track limits, but not as bad as it could have been. As we go down up to turn 2, TY not bothering to defend this time. Onto the brakes, into the corner, all good there. Neil gets to try to get a little bit of a cutback and a little bit of a tap, but everything's okay. Meanwhile, Jamo and Bidzster side by side. Cyrex up the inside of TAS1. Cyrex gets past TAS1. TAS1 looking for a cutback. No way, Jose. Cyrex says, I'm in front, thank you very much. I'll keep that position for now. Meanwhile, a bit further back, Seek1, Nick Hash, and then we've got Keith being caught by Footman as well. But we'll keep with the leaders, TY and Neil, on this last lap as they come down towards turn 4. Into turn 4, long left-hander, downhill, little bit of adverse camber. Use a bit of the curb like Neil's doing. Into turn 5. Long radius corner, use the curb on the outside like TY's just done there. TY's got to get as much speed out of this as possible. Last 2 corners, do or die for Neil. Is he going to try and go for it? TY covers the inside. Neil tries to go around the outside, follow with the speed. Oh, and almost gets pushed onto the curb. TY's almost got this now. Once he gets out of this corner ahead, oh, Neil's throwing it sideways. And TY's going to win. TY wins race 1 at Red Bull Ring in the Nissan GTR. Well done to TY. Good race. Neil is in second. Third place is going to be Jamo in the F-Type from Bidzster, TAS1 and Cyrex. Quick as that. Good race by all. Seek1 in 7th place. A decent recovery after a bit of a torrid start. Nick Ash will be 8th. And Keith's defending from Footman. 9th place as Footman tries to go to the inside. Oh, bang, contact. Oh, Keith's off. Keith's gone off. And Footman there, slowing down, being the gentleman, letting Keith back through. Liliam's gone through to get 9th place, and Keith eventually finishes 10th. It could have been a bit more of a better finish for Keith though. And then Footman 11th, Rodas 12th, and Mr. Slow On across the line in 13th place. Here's another look at that incident on board with Footman. Going in towards the second to last corner, Keith's on the defence. Keith goes wide, and to avoid track limit slows down. Footman doesn't really have nowhere to go really, but at the end of the day he could have lifted and allowed a bit more extra room for Keith. Okay guys, let's take you through those results then. So it was TY who won from 6/10 of a second from Neil Farmack, and then it was Jamo in 3rd, followed closer home by Bidzster in 4th in the Porsche. Then it was TAS1 in 5th position in the Z4. Then Cyrex in the M3. Then in 7th place, Seek1 in the M6. Then 8th, Nick Hash in the Supra. 9th, Liliam in the BMW M3. 10th is Keith in the M6. 11th is Footman after that little tangle with Keith on the last corner in the Beetle. Then it was 12th, it was Rodas. 13th, Mr. Slow One, and TY with the fastest lap, 126.5. 15th place. So that was race 1, guys. We'll see you for race 2. Take care.